Part 1. Chapter 1. When the planners built the flying city, they said it was to keep everyone safe. When they loaded it with people, tearing them from their homes, giving them new lives way up in the frigid sky, whether they wanted it or not, they said it was so the human race could survive. And when the virus came, sweeping through the world below, killing everyone just as they said it would, those who remained thanked them. The planners were right. A small fraction of humanity had been saved. But living in a flying city wasn't nearly as glamorous as it sounded. Not after 300 years. Not when you couldn't escape. Because the virus was still rampant on the surface, roaming through the wilds of the world, and even one small step outside the confines of this floating, flying prison of a city meant instant death. And anyway, the planners wouldn't let you step outside. At least the topsiders had it good. Megan had dim memories of the sunlit surface of the city, memories from her childhood, from before she was sequestered in the gloom below the streets. They had houses up there, cars, wives and kids and baths and dinner time and all the trappings of a normal life. Topside was heaven. Down in the under, well, that was where the rest of the city dwelled. The homeless, the jobless, the castaways, the orphans. Deep in the cement bones beneath the streets, in the undergirding endless night, where sewage and steel fought against the homeless and the rats, that was where Megan and her kind ran. Trash burners rumbled in the distance, underscoring glistening pipes that carried urine, detritus, and, if she was lucky, water. Dim fluorescent lights flickered in the silent halls, leftover spaces that the topsiders had forgotten. Some of them, anyway. The darkest of the rich dwellers overhead? The ones dissatisfied with the trappings of their topside life, who yearned for more forbidden pleasures? They remembered. Carnal desires could be met in the turbulent gloom beneath the streets, if you knew where to look. It was hard down here. It was dirty. People often starved. People often died. But down here in the glistening dark, the kids had something no one had expected. Down here, there was magic. Welcome to the Under. Megan stood atop Rafter 2, rubbing a piece of metal wood between two fingers as she looked at the whip broom down below her. The room was large and square and made of rough cement, maybe 20 feet tall, with a series of long steel bars running through the air close enough to the ceiling that Megan could stand on one and look down at everything. The bars looked like rafters, Megan thought. Rafters. Another memory from her prior life. Why they were here was anybody's guess. The planners always were mysterious. Whatever the case, they provided a perfect way for Killgirls like her to stand above the proceedings, hidden. Maybe that was exactly what the rafters were for. She looked below her at the rows and rows of aluminum chairs that were lined up on the floor, filled with sweaty, heaving bodies of fearful women wrapped in chains. She licked her lips, quieting the flicker of her heartbeat. She'd always hated it here. The den was a special section of the Under, where only the richest topsiders came. This room